Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. It's New Year's Eve. I'm going to have a nice special beer for New Year's Eve. You might wonder why the extreme pickled beans are here. Because I fucking love pickles, and I just had a beer, and I have to wash. I have to clear my palate. Well, I just had a beer a little while. Those aren't going to fucking clear my palate. I like them though. This is what we're drinking today. From Rodenbach. The first Rodenbach beer I've actually seen at the LCBOs. I don't know how many actually end up here because I do know that Keep Six has brought one or two in the past. This is Rodenbach Vintage 2014. I've had the Rodenbach Classic thanks to, I believe it was Nicholas Maxwell Starr. But yeah, I'm excited for this. What is this? 7% alcohol. It's a 750 milliliter bottle. Lots of languages back here. Product of Belgium. Oh, this has been in a 61-year-old Freuder. Freuder is basically a giant wooden barrel that you use to ferment. I have a feeling this is going to pop. We probably shouldn't be right there. Ooh. Pizza pops. I'm letting them cool down. And I thought it was going to pop as soon as I took it off. Woo! Happy New Year! I might sneak upstairs and grab some of my hot sauces for my pizza pops. But then I have hot sauces down here. Do I really need to go upstairs and get hot sauces? That is the question. Well, there we go. Wow. That is ruby red. I don't know if the camera's picking up or if it just looks black on the camera. But looking at the light through it, that is pure on ruby red. It looks beautiful. There was some nice head. It's off-white. It's sort of mocha colored. Lots of snap, crackle, pop on there. It's going away quickly. It's snap, crackle, and popping. It is a beautiful beer. I love the darker beers. Not necessarily black, but amber, brown, like ruby red. Radiant looking beers. I really like that. Let's give this a smell, shall we? From the bottle first, which is almost empty. Ooh, cherry. Cherry and strawberry, both like Twizzlers, nibs, and the actual fruit. So candy as well as the fruit. Very sweet. Touch of oak. And a touch of funk. That's what I'm getting out of the bottle, out of the glass. Lots of cherry, lots of nibs, lots of sweetness. It smells beautiful. Let's try it. Cheers. This beer very much makes me wish I could get Rodenbach all the time. I can now basically get Rochefort all the time, which is an amazing beer. And I love that it's pretty much always available because it is an amazing beer at an amazing price. But Rodenbach, it's Mort Subit and Lindemans, but steps above, like much higher quality beer with less acidicness to it, I guess. It's still acidic because it's a sour, but it has less just full-on acidity creating that sourness and more just the fruits and the bacteria mingling together to make the sour notes. I find it to be a much higher quality brew. Just in the two Rodenbachs I've had now, this and the classic, than say a Lindemann's or a Motsubite, which both of them I do like as well. But I just find this to be much higher quality. Lots of cherry. Lots of cherry. Lots of strawberry. Nice sweetness up at the forefront, and a nice sourness at the background that fades into an almost breadiness on the finish. So you get everything. You get that drying, you get that puckering, and you get that beautiful sweetness. All you really need is saltiness, and you would have basically everything. %7 alcohol. This is a very, very dangerous beer. Why is it a very, very dangerous beer? Because you wouldn't be able to tell it's 7% alcohol. The sourness on this is akin to a really ripe Granny Smith apple. Just that, like when you crack into your Granny Smith for the first time, you get that crisp and just that explosion of sour in your mouth. Kind of what I'm getting off of this. So it's a sweet berry and cherry. Then that kick of green apple sourness, which fades into just kind of a puckering sourness, which then fades into that biscuity, bready, earthy finish that's nice and dry and makes the beer moreish. All in all, I love this beer. 7% alcohol, I believe it was $11. I gotta remember, I think this was, well, the Tap X was $13, and this was cheaper than the Tap X. I don't know if it was $10.95 or $11.95. Excuse me. Matured for 2 years in Fyodor 192. The one thing you can say about the Belgians is they really have patience with their beer. You're not going to find a lot of Canadian breweries, first off, that have a foeder to age in. There are a couple. I mean, Block 3 has one, and the Exchange has some, and stuff like that. But you're not going to find many that have them. And when you do, you're not going to find many that will leave something in it for 2 years, because it just takes that space up on them. So the Belgians really have the patience, and that's one of the reasons why they make such great proper sours. Not kettle sours, but proper bacterial sours and yeast sours and stuff like that. And it's why I love them so much. Kettle sours should be cheaper to buy and don't take up as much time, and thus the turnaround is usually faster. So I mean, there are upsides to a lot of kettle sours, and there are kettle sours that are on par with proper Belgian sours. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it has to be this. I just find, in the long run, I find usual Belgian sours to be a better go, because they know what they're doing and they've done it for a long time, and they're not just there's great ones in both and there's bad ones in both. That's all I'll say. Now this, I'm going to give this a 9.25 out of 10. I fucking love this. I'm going to drink the rest of this while I eat my pizza pops and I watch whatever show I decide to watch next. Thank you guys for watching Rodenbach Vintage 2014. Bye-bye.